Marcus Aurelius once said, "Man has power over his own mind, not over external events." Understanding this can help you find strength in a world where emotions can feel like rough seas. How do we find our anchor? Let's explore together the 7 Stoic lessons that hold the key to controlling our emotions and weathering life's storms with unwavering resolve. Before we begin, I hope you enjoyed this video and helped me spread the Stoic philosophy even further. If you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss a video. Lesson 1. Understand what is within your control. Have you ever been caught in a storm? Not caught in the rain or thunder, but caught in the storms of life, unexpected events, disappointments, or sudden changes. The Stoics and philosophers of ancient Greece and Rome taught a lesson like an anchor in these storms, the dichotomy of control. Imagine planning an outdoor event, making preparations, and then the rain comes. Now, no matter how much you want to, you can't control the weather, but your reaction to the rain is entirely up to you. They may complain, get annoyed, change the event indoors, or see the rain as a fresh change and adapt. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher who was born a slave and became one of the most influential thinkers of his time, said it best. Some things we can control and some things we can't. Sounds simple, right? But in this simplicity lies a deep wisdom that has the power to transform our lives. We face countless situations every day. Some we can influence, our daily life, the books we read, society, but many are beyond our control. So are world events, the actions of others, the passage of time, and even the weather. Now it's getting interesting. The Stoics believed that our happiness is determined not by external events, but by how we interpret and react to them. It is not the event itself that causes our emotions, but our judgment of that event. Think back to a time when you experienced a setback. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted. In the moment it felt like a catastrophe, but over time you may have realized that it was a blessing in disguise that led to better opportunities or personal growth. But how do we put this into practice? Start by asking yourself, am I in control of this? If the answer is yes, take action. If the answer is no, this is an opportunity to practice acceptance and adaptability. Truly understanding and internalizing this principle can free us from unnecessary fear. We can go through life with a sense of calm. We know that while we can't control the wind, we can adjust our sails in a world that often feels chaotic. The dichotomy of control is a beacon of clarity. He reminds us to focus our energy where it matters most, and to embrace the calm and knowledge that some things are beyond our control. According to Stoic philosophy, the basis of emotional resilience is recognizing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. This idea was particularly emphasized by Epictetus, who said that we should focus only on our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. Think about the last time you were annoyed. Maybe it was traffic jams or an unexpected bill. These events are external and out of your control. What you can control, however, is your reaction to them. Instead of giving in to frustration, practice acceptance. Recognize that the outside world doesn't always live up to your expectations, and that real power lies in how you respond. This shift in perspective will help you maintain peace of mind in the face of adversity. Lesson 2. Think before you react. In today's digital age, where immediacy is often praised, the art of reflection may seem like a relic of the past. But this act of pausing and reflecting can itself be our salvation in a world that demands quick reactions. From choosing a meal at a restaurant to deciding on a career path, we may be faced with decisions big and small. The choices vary widely, but it's not just the magnitude of the decision that matters. Take an everyday scenario. Read a message that strikes a nerve. Perhaps it's a colleague questioning your work or a friend making a casual remark. Your spontaneous reaction might be defensive, even angry. But what if, instead of diving headfirst into this emotion, swirling, you allowed yourself this brief moment of distance and took a step back? You don't suppress your emotions, but give them space to breathe, as understood through this practice. Reflection has nothing to do with passive acceptance or avoidance. It's about actively engaging with your thoughts and feelings. Why did this comment affect me so deeply? Are my current emotions impacting the current situation or the impact of the past? Moreover, reflecting before reacting is a tool that promotes empathy. By giving yourself time, you can see that perhaps this colleague had a stressful day, or this friend may not have realized the meaning of his words through the reflection we have opened. It is a door to understanding, not only for yourself, but also for those around you in relationships. This practice is fundamental because many misunderstandings can be avoided if we take the time to act. Before reacting, think about how many bridges you can build without burning them. It is in these reflective moments that we find clarity, compassion, and connection. Moreover, in professional environments, the ability to stop and think is invaluable. Leaders who think well before making decisions find that decisions born from introspection often stand the test of time. As if moving at breakneck speed, a reflection on a kind of rebellion. A quiet but powerful declaration of not being swept away by the impending current. It is a commitment to ourselves, our well-being, and the quality of our interactions with the world. In essence, this is more than just an exercise in thinking before reacting. It is a philosophy and a way of life that values depth over breadth, understanding over impulsivity, and meaningful connection over fleeting interactions. It is an inner journey whose profound external influences shape not only our reactions, but the very fabric of our lives. The Stoics believed that we often cause ourselves unnecessary suffering by reacting impulsively. Seneca advised us to take a moment before reacting to a situation that evokes strong emotions. If something or someone provokes you, pause for a moment, count to 10 and take a deep breath, or remove yourself from the situation if possible. This pause allows your rational mind to catch up with your emotions. It helps you gain clarity and respond in a way that aligns with your values and long-term goals, rather than being driven by momentary emotional impulses. Lesson 3. Stay calm. In a world that often feels like an emotional roller coaster, the idea of practicing calm may seem out of place, but it's not about suppressing emotions or becoming apathetic to the world, but rather digging deeper into the true meaning and transformative power that apathy entails. It's important to cultivate a balanced perspective. Calm in the midst of the storm. Imagine being able to observe events, situations, and even your own emotions without being overwhelmed by your surroundings. Think back to the last time you watched an exciting movie. While you were engrossed in the story, there was also the excitement of the suspense, maybe even sadness. Part of your mind always knew it was just a movie. You rushed towards it. No heroes came to the rescue, no comfort for the crying. They saw you feeling, but you stayed in your heart. This is the essence of practicing calm, to engage deeply with life and feel its range of emotions. You also need to sit in your own mind and observe when this approach will result in drama. A lifeline in our modern age of information overload. We are bombarded with a plethora of news updates and notifications every day, and we constantly feel exhausted by our eager reactions to every piece of information. But calmness acts as a buffer and offers the opportunity to engage with the world in a more sustainable and balanced way. Calmness also plays an important role in interpersonal relationships. We have all been in situations where conversations get heated and disagreements arise. At these times, staying calm can mean the difference between a productive discussion and a harmful one. Doing so allows us to listen more effectively, respond instead of react, and move through conflicts with understanding and grace. Cultivating calm starts with self-awareness by regularly checking in with ourselves, recognizing our emotional triggers, and understanding our patterns. It creates space between stimulus and reaction. In this space, we have the freedom to choose our response and act with intention rather than impulse. And while calm may sound like it distances us from the joys and pleasures of life, it actually enhances them by not being overly attached to the outcome. We can fully immerse ourselves in the journey and enjoy every moment without the constant fear of loss or change. Practicing calm is about finding balance in an ever-changing world. It is peace of mind and a compass that guides us with grace through the different areas of our lives. By adopting this habit, we not only enrich our own lives, but we also bring a sense of calm and clarity to those around us. Now let's look at the importance of staying calm. Staying calm is key to successfully navigating life's challenges. Stoic philosopher and Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself to stay calm in the midst of turmoil. Practice mindfulness to calm your mind. Engage in activities that improve focus, such as meditation, breathing exercises, or quiet walks in nature. Making time for rest a habit will help you handle stressful situations with grace and calm. Remember, a calm mind sees things clearly and acts wisely. Lesson number 4. Ask yourself if this will still be important in 5 years. Life is full of moments that test our patience, resilience, and perspective, from small inconveniences like spilling coffee to big challenges like a disagreement with a loved one. Our everyday is full of situations that evoke a range of emotions in the heat of the moment. It's easy to get a missed deadline, a critical comment, or a forgotten anniversary can feel like the end of the world. But a powerful question can shift our perspective and give us clarity about whether this simple question will still be important in 5 years. But deep questions act as a mental time machine that takes us into the future and allows us to suddenly look back at the present moment, and most of the things we worry about today are seen in a different light. Footnotes in the grand story of our lives. Think about the challenges and worries you had 5 years ago. How many of them are still relevant in the present? How many have been overshadowed by the insights and memories of new experiences? Using this question, this realization can be both humbling and liberating. Prioritizing your worries as a regular touchstone can help you distinguish between short-term setbacks and long-term consequences. For example, a day that goes badly at work may feel overwhelming now, but in the grand scheme of things, it's just one day in a decade or so of your long career. This perspective also promotes resilience in the face of adversity. Remembering the big picture reduces anxiety and promotes problem solving. Instead of getting bogged down in the problem at hand, you can strategize, adapt, and move forward, knowing that time will reveal the solution. But it's not just about minimizing worry. This question also encourages us to focus on what really matters. For our actions and decisions to have lasting meaning, we must invest in relationships, personal growth, and experiences that will stand the test of time. In a world that is often so focused on the now, will this still matter in 5 years? This is the lighthouse that guides us to meaning, perspective, and a life of peace. Asking this question regularly can help us gracefully weather life's ups and downs and focus our energy and attention on what really matters. Ask yourself if the problem at hand will still matter in 5 years. Too often, we let our immediate emotions get the better of us and magnify small inconveniences and setbacks. When faced with a difficult situation, stop and ask yourself, will this still matter in 5 years? Taking this long-term perspective will help you let go of petty worries and focus your energy on what really matters in life. Lesson number 5. Let's try keeping a diary a Stoic. Keeping a diary was celebrated across cultures and epochs, not only as a record of events, but also as a tool for introspective growth and clarity. The Stoics, with their emphasis on self-awareness and self-development, were familiar with this practice. The Stoic diary is not just a diary of daily events. It is a reflective space for a dialogue with oneself to analyze emotional decisions and reactions. It is a place where the outer and inner worlds meet, where events are weighed against personal values and beliefs. Imagine you end your day by telling not only what happened, but how you reacted, why a particular comment upset you, what caused an outburst of joy during your daily tasks. By analyzing your day, we begin to understand the patterns of our mind. We begin to see the triggers that affect our moods, the values that guide our decisions, and the habits that shape our day. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius kept a diary, now known as Meditations. It was not intended for publication, it was personal. Dialogue is the space for him. Find yourself guided by Stoic principles and overcome life's challenges with wisdom. His writings portray a man wrestling with his responsibilities, his emotions, and his place in the universe. But you don't have to be an emperor to benefit from a Stoic diary. In modern life, with its distractions and constant bombardment of information, scheduling time for self-reflection becomes even more important. A daily check-in, a grounding ritual that brings clarity in the midst of chaos. Over time, this practice can become a guide to deeper insights. You may realize that certain situations repeatedly cause stress, and that you need to confront them or change your perspective. Practicing certain habits, such as gratitude or mindfulness, can improve your mood and outlook. Acting as a roadmap for personal growth. Beyond insight, a Stoic journal promotes accountability. By committing to daily reflection, we take responsibility for our reactions and decisions. It becomes harder to ignore repeated mistakes or faulty judgments. Instead, we are challenged to learn, adapt, and act. In essence, keeping a Stoic journal is like having a wise, non-judgmental friend by your side who is always listening, reflecting, and guiding. You are committed to personal growth, understanding yourself better, and living a righteous life, aligning yourself with your own values and principles. Let's talk about journaling, a practice highly recommended by Stoic philosophers. For example, Marcus Aurelius used a personal journal to reflect on his thoughts, actions, and feelings. Start by taking a few minutes each day to write in your journal. Think about your experiences, your emotional reactions, and what you learned from them. Asking yourself questions like, what did I do well today? And how can I improve tomorrow? Not only helps you understand yourself better, but also tracks your progress over time. Writing down your thoughts can give you clarity and help you process your emotions more effectively. Lesson 6. See obstacles as opportunities. The world is full of challenges, from personal setbacks to global upheaval. Obstacles are an inherent part of the human experience. But what if we saw these challenges as hidden opportunities rather than as burdens? The Stoics had a strong view of adversity. They believed that we can always control the events that happen to us, and then we can control our interpretation and reaction to them. This shift in perspective transforms difficulties from mere setbacks into valuable lessons. This is beautifully summed up in a quote from Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius: "Obstacles to action. The stand that calls us to action becomes the path," meaning that every obstacle, every challenge, can move us forward if we choose to see it as an opportunity for growth. We imagine a river not stopping its flow, but encountering a rock in the middle of the river and finding a way around it. Over time, the rock erodes or a new path is carved out, and the rock or apparent obstacle can become an agent of change, altering the course of the river. Similarly, the challenges in our lives can change the direction we take, often leading to the outcome we desire. For example, I never imagined that losing a job, even if initially devastating, could lead to a new career path, further training opportunities, or even the chance to start my own business, and that a failed relationship could lead to personal growth. This Stoic perspective can lead to self-discovery and build deeper, more meaningful connections in the future. This Stoic perspective also promotes resilience. When we start to see difficulties as opportunities, we become more adaptable and try to look adversity in the face instead of asking why. We start asking, what can I learn from this, and how can this experience shape me for the better? Of course, this doesn't mean that we should look for challenges or ignore real difficulties. It's about recognizing that every challenge has potential. It's the seed of opportunity, and by nourishing that seed with a positive perspective, patience, and persistence, we can turn obstacles into springboards that lead to growth, wisdom, and fulfillment. The Stoics believed that every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Obstacles to action prompt action. What gets in the way becomes the way." When you encounter an obstacle, don't see it as a setback, but as an opportunity to learn and grow. Asking yourself, what can I learn from this, and how can this make me stronger, will turn difficulties into valuable life lessons and help you develop resilience and adaptability. See challenges as opportunities to grow in your character and hone your skills. Lesson number 7. Practice gratitude. In the vast tapestry of human emotions, gratitude stands out as a thread that weaves moments of joy, satisfaction, and perspective into our lives. Although it is a natural emotion, the Stoics believed in the conscious practice of gratitude, making it a daily ritual to ground oneself in the present and give thanks for life's blessings. Gratitude is not simply saying thank you, but a deep recognition of the countless forces, moments, and people that enrich our lives. It is a recognition of the beauty and the ordinariness, the lessons and challenges, and the transience of every experience, which makes every experience more worthwhile. The famous Stoic philosopher Seneca once said that true happiness consists in enjoying the present without worrying about the future. This sums up the essence of gratitude, to be deeply rooted in the present and to be grateful for every moment, every experience, every interaction. Think of the simple joys we take for granted: the warmth of the sun on a cold day, the sound of laughter, a meal shared with a loved one, the breath that keeps us alive as you pause to recognize and be grateful for these moments. Practicing gratitude counteracts the human tendency to focus on what we lack, unfulfilled desires, and future uncertainties. Shifting our focus to what we have, rather than what we lack, cultivates a sense of contentment and increases our sense of fulfillment. Some may ask how to reduce feelings of envy and resentment and increase our overall well-being. It can be as simple as starting or ending your day by listing 3 things you are grateful for. Over time, this habit will change your mindset, making you more receptive to life's blessings and more resilient to difficulties. Furthermore, gratitude strengthens relationships. Expressing gratitude for the kindness, support, and love we receive from others fosters our bonds. In a world where the emphasis is often on more possessions, more achievements, and more desires, it fosters mutual respect and creates a positive feedback loop of goodwill and affection. Gratitude is a gentle reminder of the abundance that is already present in our lives. It calls us to celebrate the present, to embrace life with open arms, and to walk the path of being with a heart full of gratitude. The Stoics recognized that gratitude has a profound effect on our emotional well-being. Epictetus advised, "A wise man is one who does not grieve what he has not, but rejoices in what he has." It can be something as simple as the joy of seeing a beautiful sunset, an act of kindness from a friend, or food on the table. You could also keep a gratitude journal where you write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. Focusing on the positive things in your life shifts your attention from what you lack and makes you feel content and joyful. These 7 Stoic lessons offer powerful tools to help you control your emotions and lead a more balanced, fulfilling life. By understanding what is within your control, thinking before you react, staying calm, considering the long-term importance of your concerns, keeping a reflective diary, seeing obstacles as opportunities, and practicing gratitude, you can cultivate emotional resilience and inner peace. Remember, the journey to mastering your emotions is a continuous process, but with these Stoic principles as your guide, you can navigate life's challenges with wisdom and grace. As the sun sets, our modern world is left with echoes of ancient wisdom. How do you use these Stoic lessons to shape your own future? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Share your insights in the comments section below, and let's continue our journey of self-discovery together. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for joining us. And until next time, stay curious, stay grounded, and never stop seeking wisdom.